How did the civil rights movement challenge Jim Crow laws? Have you ever wondered how a movement could change laws that seemed unbreakable? The civil rights movement took on the Jim Crow laws, which enforced racial segregation in the United States. These laws created a system that kept Black Americans separate and unequal in many areas of life, including public facilities, education, and voting rights. Activists stood up against this injustice, using nonviolent protests, legal challenges, and public advocacy to make their voices heard. One of the most well-known actions was the Montgomery Bus Boycott. This boycott began in 1955 when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white passenger. It lasted over a year and showed the power of collective action. Another significant event was the sit-ins, where activists would peacefully occupy segregated spaces, demanding equal service. Freedom rides also played a crucial role, as activists traveled on interstate buses to challenge segregation in transportation. The movement also led to landmark court cases that questioned the constitutionality of segregation. The Supreme Court's decision in Brownv, Board of Education in 1950, declared that separate educational facilities were inherently unequal, paving the way for desegregation. From a libertarian viewpoint, the civil rights movement aligns with the belief in individual rights and freedom from government-imposed discrimination. Libertarians argue that Jim Crow laws violated personal liberties and property rights. They support the idea that individuals should not face discrimination enforced by the state. However, libertarians often differentiate between government actions and private discrimination. While Jim Crow laws were state mandates, libertarians believe that private individuals and businesses should have the freedom to associate as they choose, even if that includes discriminatory practices. This creates a complex discussion because the civil rights movement aimed to eliminate both state-enforced segregation and private discrimination. The federal government played a vital role in dismantling Jim Crow laws through legislation and court rulings. The Civil Rights Act of 1960 was a landmark law that prohibited discrimination in public accommodations and employment. Federal enforcement was essential in protecting civil rights workers and ensuring voting rights, especially in areas where local authorities failed to act justly. In essence, the civil rights movement challenged Jim Crow laws by mobilizing against legalized racial segregation and discrimination. Through legal, social, and political means, activists worked tirelessly to dismantle these unjust laws. While libertarians support the movement's fight against government-imposed discrimination, they often engage in discussions about the role of government in regulating private discrimination. This ongoing conversation reflects the complexities of liberty, rights, and the state's role in ensuring equality for all.